Hi there guys, it's Adam Martin here, and welcome back to another installment of the Now Review. And this installment is particularly special because, oh baby, it's the best time of year. We're going to be taking a look at various releases, all themed around Eurovision. The Eurovision Song Contest is genuinely one of my favourite times of the year. I love the event, I love everything that surrounds it, the positivity, the different artists. It's a wonderful time, a really wonderful time. This isn't the first time that Now has collaborated with Eurovision. They did release a 3-CD album back in 2021, and I think at that time I said, I loved that as well. I loved that we were finally getting this sort of collaboration. But this year, they've gone all out. Not only do we have a new CD version now with 4 discs instead of 3, but I have today for you a 2LP vinyl release and a 5LP box set. We're going Eurovision crazy. So hopefully you'll join me as we go through all of these now. So let's start with the CD. So here we are, the CD, 4 CD set here today. Let's look at this cover. Obviously very bright and colourful. You've got a lovely mix of reds, yellows, oranges, pinks, purples, all very bright, very vibrant as Eurovision should be. You've got various stars flying around there. The Now logo looking good in the purple hue as well, surrounded by gold. The Eurovision logo, I think because the logo itself is like thinner for the word Eurovision, it sort of gets lost a little bit, as does Song Contest. I don't know, maybe like trying to beef those out a little bit would have looked quite nice. I also think in the stars, maybe it would have made the CD look too cluttered, I'm not sure. But in the stars, perhaps having like the different flags of some of the nations taking part, that would have been really cool, or little glimpses of the artist. I don't know. It's a nice cover, but I definitely think they could have done more with it. This, of course, comes in the standard cardboard fold-out case that we've come to expect from these. So I think it's time that we flip it on over and take a look at that all-important Eurovision track list. So we're kicking things off with probably the most celebrated Eurovision song, which is ABBA with Waterloo, which saw them win in 1974. We have Bucks Fizz with Making Your Mind Up, one of our winners from 1981, Love It or Hate It song. Another one of our winners, Brotherhood of Man with Save Your Kisses for Me. We have Milk and Honey, which won for Israel, and Hallelujah. That's a lovely song. You have Katrina and the Waves, another UK winner, with Love Shine a Light. You have Duncan Lawrence, who won for the Netherlands with his song Arcade. You have Conchita with Rise Like a Phoenix, that won it for Austria. You have, I'm going to butcher some of these names, I know it. Is it Mans Zelmanor? I think I'm probably getting that wrong. His song Heroes, that won for Sweden. You have Alexander Rybak with Fairy Tale, who won for Norway. You have Verka Senduchka with Dancing Lasha Tumbai. It's a fun song, this. This came, I think, second or definitely near the top for Ukraine back in 2007. You have Gina G with Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit. Dana International with Diva, which won it for Israel. You have Charlotte Perrelli with Take Me to Your Heaven, which won it for Sweden. You have Lordi with Hard Rock Hallelujah, who won it for Finland very famously. You have Måneskin with Zitti I Buone, which won it for Italy. Then you have Kalush, which of course won it for the Ukraine in 2022 with Stefania. So nice that we've got some of those more recent songs too. You have Netta with Toy, who won for Israel. You have Lena with Satellite, who won it for Germany. Dami Im with The Sound of Silence, which came second for Australia, and it's a beautiful song too. You have Barbara Pravi with Voila, which was 2021, so again a new addition. And we have Salvador Sobral with Amor pelos Dois, I'm probably saying that wrong, who won it for Portugal. So CD1, 21 tracks, a lot of winners, so we'll move on to CD2. We have Loreen with Euphoria, which of course won for Sweden, and she's taking part in this year's contest as well. We have Erik Saad with Popular, which did very well for Sweden, didn't win, but very good song. You have Sam Ryder with Spaceman. I've seen him live twice now and several times online. He's such a talent, and I mean, again, second place, but what a performance. You have Rosa Lim with Snap, which was for Armenia. Didn't do well in the contest, but has had a life through TikTok, and it's gone mad, hasn't it? I'm definitely going to get this wrong. Is it Loish Notet? I'm really sorry if I butcher any of these. With Rhythm Inside. The Roop with Discotheque. That was like a cult hit. Very weird, but very fun. You have Roslana with Wild Dances. You have Helena Paparizou with My Number One, which of course won it for Greece. You have Elena Sagrinou with El Diablo, which was a song for Cyprus. Odd that that's on here. Again, I guess they're trying to include some more 2021, 2022 songs on this release. You have Eleni Fuera with Fuego. Emile de Forest with Only Teardrops, which won for Denmark. You have Jessica Garlic with Come Back. Corolla with Invincible. Malena Emnen with La Voix. The Olsen Brothers with Fly on the Wings of Love. Imani with Where Are You. Francis Raffaele with Lonely Symphony. Jamala with 1944, which won for Ukraine. Marija Serifovic with Moltiva. Secret Garden and Nocturne, that won it for Norway. And Elmia Quinn with The Voice, a beautiful song from Ireland, and again, a winner for the competition. Really glad that's it, because I don't think it was on the last one. So another 21 tracks, we'll go to CD3. We have Celine Dion, yes, that's right, with Ne partes pensas moi, which won for Switzerland in 1988. Yes, that's where she got a big break. You have Johnny Logan with What's Another Year, which of course won for Ireland. We have Nicole with A Little Piece, which won for Germany. Bardo with One Step Further, didn't quite win. You have Baccarat with Parlez-vous français, which was for Luxembourg, they represented. You have Ishar Cohen and Alpha Beta with Abinabi for Israel. You have Genghis Khan with Genghis Khan, which was a song for Germany, very fun tune. Bobby Sox with Let It Swing, that won for Norway. Sandra Kim with Jamal Levy, which won for Belgium, the only time they've won. You have Riva with Rock Me, which won for what was then Yugoslavia. Carola, again, would you believe, with Fangad av en Stromvind, which was for Sweden. Did that win? I can't quite remember. You have Sonia with Better the Devil You Know, another second place of ours, as was Michael Ball with One Step at a Time. I believe he came second as well. You have Toto Cutugno with Insim 1992, even though that was for the 1990 contest. You have Corinne Hermes with Si la vie ist un cadeau. I'm butchering so many of these. I'm so sorry. You have Guy Bonnet with Viver, Linda Martin with Why Me, which was a winner for Ireland, Paul Harrington and Charlie McGettigan with Rock and Roll Kids, another winner for Ireland, and Neem Kavanagh with In Your Eyes, Ireland's famous 3-time winning streak in a row. You have Scott Fitzgerald with Go, another second place for the UK, and Johnny Logan with Hold Me Now, another winner for Ireland. So starting and finishing with Johnny Logan, or almost starting and finishing, I like that. Another 21 tracks, so that's 63, and then CD4, again, the last release didn't have this. We have Cliff Richard with Congratulations, which again came second for the UK. We have Sandy Shaw, Puppet on a String, that did win actually the year before. You have Dana with All Kinds of Everything, that won for Ireland. You have Gigiola Cinquetti with Go Before You Break My Heart. You have Anne-Marie David and Wonderful Dream. Marie Miriam with Luce et l'Enfant. Oh dear. You have Sevenine with Un Bac, Un Andre, Un Roux. You have Marseille with La La La, which did win for Spain. You have Mouth and McNeil with I See a Star. Teachin with Ding a Dong. Lulu with Boom Bang a Bang, one of the famous 4 winners of 1969. You have Clodagh Rogers with Jack in the Box. Olivia Newton-John with Long Live Love. Coco with Bad Old Days. Prima Donna with Love Enough for 2. The New Seekers with Beg, Steal or Borrow. Love that song, actually. The Shadows with Let Me Be the One. Vicky Leandros with Après Toi. Gigioli Cinquetti again with Non Ho Lieta, which was back in 1964. Then you have Domenico Modugno with Nel Blu di Pinto di Blu, or more commonly known as Volare. And finally, you have the very first winner of the contest, Liz Assia, with Lefrain, which represented Switzerland. So I'm really sorry. I know I butchered tons of those names. I'm an awful person. But that's 84 tracks on the CD version there. So opening it up, just what do you get? Well, as you can see, it's the usual, some adverts. But the discs, disc 1 is in yellow, everything else is in white, like the stars, the logo, etc. CD 2 is in a nice bright orange, CD 3 is in like a very pink sort of hue, and CD 4 is in purple. So nice varied colours, again reflects the cover, but I do think they could have gone a bit further with the cover as stated. So the track list on here, well, you are getting an extra disc compared to the 2021 release, so I think for me, that instantly makes it worth it. Yes, a fair amount of tracks you will see on that original release, because naturally, they're going to go with the big ones, you know, the tracks that everyone knows. But I think they've also gone for tracks that you wouldn't necessarily expect here. Some of the winning songs that didn't make it on the last one, they've gone for some ones that didn't win that are a bit more niche, I'd argue. So I'd say you're getting a fairly comprehensive look at Eurovision's over 65-year history there. But we'll sum it up more in a little bit. For now, we're going to go on over to vinyl and take a look at the 2LP release. Okay, so here is the 2LP release. As you can see, the cover is practically the same. Some different colour palettes have been swapped out here. We're going with more blues to summarise the background, but the logo is the same. Again, the colours have been swapped. The word now is less fully purple. There's some red hues sneaking in there. The Eurovision logo's got more of a red tint to it, which I actually think works better compared to the CD. I think I actually prefer this cover. And of course, with vinyl, all the covers are blown up a bit more. It stands out a little bit more. So all the props there. Big fan of that. But naturally with these vinyl releases, there's going to be much less tracks, and this is only 2 LPs. So out of the 84 tracks from the CD, how many and which ones are you getting on this? Let's have a look at the track list and find out. So LP1 side A, we're kicking off with Waterloo. We've got Making Your Mind Up, Save Your Kisses for Me, Hallelujah, Love Shine a Light, Fairy Tale, Take Me to Your Heaven, Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit, and Diva. So that's 9 tracks there for LP1 side A. And if I'm not mistaken, all bar one of those are winning songs. LP1 side B has Heroes, Rise Like a Phoenix, Spaceman, Arcade, Snap, Rhythm Inside, Hard Rock Hallelujah, Ziti Ibwani, and Stefania. So again, a lot of winning tracks on there, a lot of the big ones. Another 9, so 18 in LP1. LP2, we have Euphoria, Popular, Wild Dances, my number 1, Dancing Lasha Tumbai, Toy, A Little Piece, What's Another Year, and Ni Partes Pas Sans Moi. So again, a lot of winning songs on that one as well, another 9 tracks. And on LP2 side B, we have Congratulations, Puppet on a String, Ding a Dong, I See a Star, Parlez-vous français, Le suis et el Alphonse, Wonderful Dream, Go, Before You Break My Heart, and All Kinds of Everything. So another 9 tracks there once again. So in total, on this LP release, you are getting 36 of the 84 tracks. So that is less than half, but again, this is only spread across 2 discs. So that's what you get in. But before we talk more about the track list and, whether it's good or not, let me just show you the discs. So there's 2 discs and each of them are different colors. So you can see that LP1 of this release is a lovely blue color and LP2 is in red. So I always like when they do this, and nice that it's different colors, because normally when Now puts out colored discs, all of them are the same color. There's not much variation usually. There has been outliers, but normally, they stick with the same color. This one though, I really like this. Really like those tones. They look great on disc. So 36 tracks out of 84. Again, with any vinyl release from now, you've got to look at, are these the tracks you wanted to see on vinyl? They can't fit everything, at least not on this release. So if the songs you want to see predominantly aren't featured here, then maybe this one isn't the one for you to grab. However, on this occasion, there is a very special alternative that might be up your street. So finally, last but not least, we have this. This is again titled Now That's What I Call Eurovision Song Contest, and it's presented here in a 5 LP format in this lovely box. Now is no stranger to this. Now has done many box sets like this before, a few of them 70s themed, electronic, based on the Yearbook Extra series. Like, they're no strangers to this, and we've covered them all before. But how does it fare up with Eurovision? Well, that's what we're going to take a look at, dear viewer, and find out. So, as we can see, let's take a look at the cover for this one. So, obviously a lot more bare bones. There's not too much going on here. We've mainly just got the Now That's What I Call in like the classic Now circles in the top left there, and then obviously the Eurovision logo in the middle. It stands out a bit more. It's lovely in gold and embezzled, getting the respect that it quite rightly deserves. But yeah, there's not much going on here. Very muted look at the contest, something that's normally very fun and very vibrant. I think they could have done a lot to make this cover like a lot more enticing, but a lot of these big releases, like, in these box sets have been a bit more bare bones like that. So I don't know, maybe that's what they were going for. Who knows? So let's flip this bad boy over and try and check out just what is on these discs. So we're going to kick off with LP1 side A. We have Waterloo, Making Your Mind Up, Save Your Kisses for Me, Hallelujah, Love Shine a Light, Fairy Tale, Take Me to Your Heaven, Ooh Ah Just a Little Bit, and Diva. I'm pretty sure that's exactly the same as on the 2 LP. Maybe that's what we're going to see. We'll find out. LP1 side B has Rise Like a Phoenix, Heroes, Dancing Lasha Tumbai, Toy, Satellite, Hard Rock Hallelujah, Ziti Ubwene, and Stefania. So 8 tracks there, so 17 on LP1 in total. LP2 side A, we have Arcade, Voila, Sound of Silence, Spaceman, Snap, Rhythm Inside, Discotheque, Only Teardrops, and Amer Pelos Dois. So 9 tracks on that first side there. LP2 side B, we have Euphoria, Popular, Wild Dances, My Number 1, El Diablo, Fuego, Invincible, and La Voix. So 8 tracks there. So another 17. So we've got 34 total so far. We have LP3 side A. We've got Ne Partes Pensas Moi, Hold Me Now, Go, Nocturne, The Voice, 1944, Molitva, and Come Back. Then on LP3 side B there, we've got Insieme 1992, One Step Out of Time, Better the Devil You Know, Fly on the Wings of Love, Where Are You, Lonely Symphony, Why Me, Rock and Roll Kids, and In Your Eyes. So another 17 tracks there. So now we're on 51. LP4 side A, we've got What's Another Year, A Little Piece, One Step Further, Let It Swing, Rock Me,
Jamais la vie, Vanguard av en stormwind, again I'm probably butchering that, Si la vie est un cadeau, and Vivre. So 9 tracks there. And on LP4 side B, we have Les et el enfant, that's the hardest one for me to say, isn't it? Parlez-vous français, Abi Nabi, Genghis Khan, Bad Old Days, Love Enough for Two, Beg, Steal or Borrow, and Let Me Be the One, so another 17, which means we're on 68. And we have Congratulations, Puppet on a String, Jack in the Box, Wonderful Dream, Go, Ding a Dong, I See a Star, and Long Live Love. And then finishing off on LP5 side B, we have All Kinds of Everything, Un Bac, Un Arbre, Un Rue, La La La, Boom Bang Bang, Après Toi, Non Ho Leeta, Nel Bleu Dipinto di Bleu, and Refrain. So that's 16, which means we are taking our total to 84 tracks. So yes, if you can do your maths right, that is adding up. That is basically the CD fully translated into a vinyl form. So it's all 84 tracks from the CD. Yes, they are arranged in a different order. It's not exactly the same order as it is on the CD. But unless I've just been completely dense and I've just missed one or two of them, I do believe every song that is on the CD has indeed made its way over to this rather special vinyl release. Okay, we'll talk more about the ramifications of that in just a little bit, but I want to try and get some of these out and show you just what's on the inside. So I'm just going to show you one of the discs. As far as I can tell, again, my eyes aren't the best, but as far as I can tell, all of the discs in this set are clear, which again, sort of bums me out a bit. You know, for Eurovision, I kind of wanted it to be more vibrant colours, like a different, bright, vibrant colour for each, sort of continuing what the 2LP one did. But no, we've gone for clear, and, you know, they're all like this. They're all housed in their individual sleeves, though, which is good, and they are in this very rigid case. They're all labelled as such, LPs 1 to 5. The labelling actually feels very 2000s, doesn't it, those little icons and stuff? But what you'll notice is, on the back of each of the sleeves, and they have done this with their box sets before, which I'm actually quite a big fan of, I'm glad that they do it, is that they include liner notes. So they include information about the songs, a bit of information about the context, a bit of information about the artist, whole bunch of stuff that used to be so commonplace on now releases in general, but that they just don't do it anymore. So there's track-by-track annotations on the reverse of each of these covers. There's facts about the song, the artist, and the result of the contest, and they're all pressed on the clear vinyl, as I mentioned earlier. So yes, there is a lot going on these box sets, and if you love like attention to detail, if you like the fact that these notes are present, if you like the fact that it has all the tracks from the CD, then this might be the one to get, you know. The only thing is, unlike the other box sets, this one isn't numbered. I did notice all the past ones did have a number. They were very limited. Now, I don't know how limited this one is going to be. I imagine it will be to a degree, because, I mean, you know, this it's a big box set, and it ain't cheap, to put it bluntly. So, you know, I don't think this is going to be around forever and ever. If you'd want this, I get it. But let's now do a summary of all three. So for anyone who just wants the collection of Eurovision songs, like a really solid collection of 84 tracks from across the many decades of the contest, then definitely stick with the CD. I think that's going to be your most affordable option, the best option, particularly if you don't already own the 2021 release of this. If you do own that one, maybe consult the CD track list, maybe see if it's worth the upgrade. You might feel it is, you might feel it isn't. You know, there's some songs that have reappeared, some songs that haven't reappeared. It's completely up to you. But definitely if you don't own a Now Eurovision album already, then this is a solid get on CD. It retails for £10.99 or £11. However, if you want vinyl, which one do you get? Well, let's look at the 2LP one first. As I said, this is a very condensed version of the CD track list. There are 36 of the 84 tracks that are featured there. Obviously, a lot of those are bangers, a lot of them are the winning songs, a lot of them are the popular ones a lot of people know. But again, if you just want those, if you're happy with that small selection, then this is the one to go for. It retails for $29.99, which is, at first I was like, that's a little bit steep for a 2LP set like this, I think. Maybe they could have bumped it down to $24.99, I'm not sure. But, you know, it is what it is. Everything is going up after all. So that's basically £30 if you want the cut-down vinyl edition. Now, the 5LP Beast. Now, obviously, the upside to this is you are getting every track from the CD moved over to vinyl. So if you want the complete set on, you know, on the vinyl, then this is clearly the one for you to get. However, this does come with a rather higher price tag. If you're familiar with these big box sets, they all retail for this sort of price. But currently, this one retails for £99.99, so basically £100. Yes, we're in triple figures. That is a lot. Now, obviously, you know, if you want to carry on the tradition of having all the songs on the vinyl, then obviously this is the option for you. You don't want the condensed version, but you have to take into consideration that price tag. This isn't going to be for everybody for various different reasons. I completely understand that. Again, there's not any indication saying that it's limited, but take my advice, I think it's not going to be around forever. These are going to run out eventually. I got my copy from HMV in store, actually. So when I went in, from what I could see, they only had this one copy. So if a lot of HMVs are only having one or a couple of copies, they might not get replacements. That's all I'm saying. So please, for the love of God, do your research, decide whether or not you want this and whether or not it's worth the investment. But in terms of Eurovision on vinyl, in terms of like a greatest hits collection, I'd say this is pretty definitive. There are other compilations from different companies that encompass Eurovision, but as far as I'm aware, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we've had a collection quite like this. You know, that's this big 5 LPs that encompasses so much of the contest history. So yeah, this is a great purchase for me, but it won't be for everybody, so do your research. In terms of where you can get these, all the usual places, as I say, I got mine from HMV. You can get it from Amazon if you want. You can get it from, well, not the vinyls, but the CD, your supermarket, if your supermarket still stocks vinyl. But check your independent music retailers as well. Also, Rare Waves. I've heard Rare Waves is a good site that people have been jumping on, so maybe check them out. All in all, though, as I said, I love Eurovision, so anything Now does with them, I'm probably going to snap up. For me, the vinyl box set is like the crown jewel. I love having something like this. You know, so much of Eurovision's history on vinyl in one place. Big fan of that. Hope that, you know, if they did more box sets that encompass different songs, I'd be all over that. The CD is also great to have as well. A nice update from the 2021 release, if you ask me. Again, maybe not essential for everybody, but I'm glad that I've got it here on the shelf. But that's all for this installment of the Now Review. Thank you very much for watching. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it. It really does help us out here on the channel. And subscribe if you're brand new. I'd like to have you aboard here with us. And let me know in the comments, are you going to be picking up Now Eurovision, the 2023 edition? And if you are, which one? Are you going CD only, or are you going to go dip your toes in the vinyl? Let me know in the comments below. I've been Adam Martin from AMTV Now. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time for another spin on the turntable.